Growing up, I lived in the swamps of Florida, and my neighbor was 5 years older than me. When I was a 10-year-old little girl and he a 15-year-old boy, he attempted to murder me. There were many signs before this. He was messed up and did things to me that no one believed till I got older, and he was arrested for rape and attempted murder. He was great at fooling everyone around him that he was a good kid with good grades. His first attempt to kill me was at 6-year-old, when he led me into the woods knowing it was alligator territory and shoved me into a river knowing it had alligators in it. He ran off and I was lost in the woods for 10 hours, till I was found by local police. He told everyone. He watched me take off into the woods after a dog, when questioned where I was. Similar things to this would happen, and he'd also expose himself to me. Once, he slashed my arms so bad that I needed 25 stitches and still have the scar. His excuse was, we were playing and I fell into a rusty metal. I convinced my parents, grandparents, and even my school nurse, but he was known as the local genius. He had the best scores in the district and was awarded some award by the president. And most importantly, he was much better at lying than I was at telling the truth. I caught him once, shooting a BB gun at my tied-up cat. I ran over and let her loose only for him to kick me so hard that I couldn't breathe. Luckily, my cat was okay, only was bruised and traumatized. Again, I told my parents and his response was, he thought she was a rabbit and was so very sorry. Thankfully, we kept her inside after that and she didn't really want to go outside anymore anyways. I was 10 when I saw him for the last time, before my dad got a promotion and we moved out of state. He knew I was moving, and decided it was his last chance to follow through with his plan. Now what you have to remember is, he was older than me and mentally more powerful and physically stronger, so I did as he said. He told me there were baby bunnies in his backyard if I wanted to see them. I'm a sucker for animals, so I followed. After about 5 minutes, he shows me a rabbit torn up. He started laughing and I began to run away, but he grabbed me by the hair, throwing me down. He was shaking as he threw the bunny in my lap and yelled at me to eat it. I got up again only to be shoved down a few more times. He then held a large knife to my throat, saying he wanted to see what was inside my throat. I struggled to find my voice enough to let out a scream, which in turn alerted his parents who ran outside. His excuse was, I was crying and screaming because I saw the dead bunny. Years of these taught me not to contradict him. We moved away, and I never saw him again. One day, I got a friend request on Facebook and it was his half-sister who was 7 years younger than me. I guess after he was arrested, she told her parents all the things he did to her and in turn they realized, I in fact wasn't lying. At some point, they told her about me and she reached out to tell me. No one believed her either. We had a good cry and she messages me once in a while. He now resides in an asylum, diagnosed with incurable psychopathy, and hopefully will spend the rest of his life in there.